The ultimate challenge is here, the finals, and there will be no pause for the cause.
Today on American Gladiators, the second half final, and a ticket to next week's Grand Championship. It's the showdown of the season. Nitro, undefeated in the Conquer Ring.
The king of the ring.
Darrel Gholar, two-time National Greco-Roman Wrestling Champion. Today, they meet in the ring to settle the score.
Nitro, man, you better be ready.
But Darrel don't look beyond Joseph Bam Bam Mauro. He's made it here on sheer Brooklyn street smarts, gut, muscle, drive, and East Flatbush fancy.
I'm getting used to winning. Ain't no turning back.
On the women's side, two contenders looking to get even with one gladiator.
Ice, I'm gonna get you today.
Kathy Mollica has had her hands full with ice since day one. Ditto for Susan Stencil, the rugged Southern California construction worker.
He's going down today, Ice.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Gladiator Arena in Los Angeles, California, here are your American Gladiators. Diamond, Gemini, Blaze, Power, Lace, Shake It for Thunder, Ice, Laser, the calm before the storm, Nitro, Sap. The Samuel Goldwyn Company presents the American Gladiator. Let the games begin.
Today on the American Gladiators, the stretch run on our road to the Grand Championship, our men and women's second half finals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Adamle, along with NFL Hall of Famer Larry Zonka, and today's winners automatically earn a spot on our Grand Championship, and they'll be going against Kimberly Lentz and Mark Ortega, our first half winners. Larry's, let's talk about today's men's competition between Darrel Gholar and Joe Mauro.
Well, we have the Baker versus the Grappler. Both these fellas are very determined. They're looking forward down the road to being our champion. But today, only one will survive.
The first test for these two men is Atlasphere. Joe Mauro, nicknamed Bam Bam because of his resemblance to the Flintstone character. He loves competition. Victorious in the prelims, the second round, the semis, but this is his ultimate test.
In his competition, Darrel Gholar, the wrestling coach playwright, two-time Greco-Roman wrestling champion. This young man knows how to handle pressure.
To get here to the second half final, Darrel beat Tommy Knox in the semis. Joe Mauro took the measure of Tony Corella. Our two gladiators in this event trying to stop Tony and Darrel, Tower and Laser. Each goal in Atlasphere worth 3 points. The contenders will try to roll their spheres over the numbered scoring pods. And Atlasphere is brought to you by M&M's Chocolate Candies. Have a handful of smiles.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Both these men sure to get those spheres rolling. Here they come.
Boom. Bam Bam living up to his name.
Here comes Darrel towards scoring pod number 3. He's got it. Again, keep your eye on that black button in the center of the scoring pods. Those are sensors. Contenders roll over them and trigger the scoring device.
Laser doing a good job of keeping Bam Bam hemmed in down here, far in.
Here comes Darrel again, scoring pod number 4. Didn't hit the sensor now, he's trying for 1. Missed that as well. 20 seconds to go.
Darrel with a breakaway. 17 seconds to go as he aims for pod 4. Misses the scoring pod again.
Here comes Joe on 1, he's got it. Direct hit there.
Darrel breaking open again. Can he make it? No. Time runs out.
Each man with a goal apiece for a 3-3 tie.
Atlasphere, a great way to warm up. First event. They're already broken a sweat. There's Melissa Burnham, Joe's fiance.
Our women's final ought to be a good one between firefighter Kathy Mollica, who has rolled through her competition, and Susie Stencil, who came on as an alternate in the prelims and has never looked back.
Kathy Mollica waving to her contingent of family and friends. This gal scored and scored very well through the preliminary rounds, and now it's all on the line for her. Her competition across the way, Susie Stencil. As you had mentioned, Mike, she came in as an alternate. She's really answered every challenge, turned out to be an excellent competitor.
And to get to the second half final, Susie Stencil beat Tracy Passo in the semifinals. Kathy Mollica edged A.J. Perling. Again, the winner goes on to the Grand Championship, and facing those two women are Gladiators, Lace and Blaze. Tracy and Kathy set to go.
Both these gals petite, feminine, and tougher than cinder blocks.
Susie Stencil right off the bench in scoring pod number 4. Almost has it in scoring pod number 3.
Two Gladiators being avoided initially. Susie breaking open again. She's rolling up on pod 2. She didn't trigger the pod.
Kathy did in scoring pod number 3. Here's Susie all alone in 1, trying to settle it in. She can't.
Like Susie having a little problem. She's getting on the edge of that scoring pad, but not right in the middle as she does in pod 4 and picks up the points.
Now again in scoring pod number 3. 10 seconds to go.
Kathy picks up a score in pod number 1. Blaze hot on her trail.
Hard to believe that these two women can get these 225-pound Atlaspheres moving the way they do as Susie scores with 1 second left on the clock, and our cameraman bites the dust.
Boy, does he.
Susie takes a 12-6 lead after the first event. It isn't often that Kathy Mollica is behind, but that's where she'll find herself in the next event. Hang tough. Stay with us. Our second half final action continues here from Gladiator Arena. The women now set to hang tough. And up first, Kathy Mollica, who finds herself in an unusual position, Larry.
Well, she's trailing. This is an unusual position for Kathy. Kathy's used to being ahead. She usually has the most athletic ability, scores early in the events, always carrying that lead into the Eliminator. Now, the other way around. She trails 6 points.
She'll be hanging tough against Zap. Kathy's family looking on. Don and Carol, her parents, and most of Costa Mesa and all their firefighting friends at the Brea Fire Department in Brea, California.
Oh, Kathy being pretty bold. She just plans to swing right past Zap. Looks like she's getting it done.
Zap tried to get cute. Kathy just went for it.
Takes the big end. Just dropped like a little bird right onto the platform.
29 seconds, too.
Kathy Mollica's one happy gal. Susie Stencil not so happy. She says, yeah, that's great, but I wish you wouldn't have got the 10 points. And here, Kathy simply makes it look easy. She breezes right down the sideline, comes right up along the platform, and picks up the points.
Well, breeze is what Susie Stencil would like to do. Like Kathy Mollica, she's also going against Zap. Again, the winner goes on to the Grand Championship. At stake also $10,000 in cash.
I love Susie. Susie looks right at the Gladiator and smiles, you know. I like. She says, come on, Zap.
I think Susie's got a lot of good Gladiator qualities.
Larry Thompson trying to run her off the ring. She's a little bit stranded there. Lost her momentum. Hello, says Zap. 17 seconds. And down she goes.
So Susie Stencil comes up empty. No points for her. And after 2 events, she trails Kathy Mollica 16-12.
Zap looking for a little revenge, and she gets it. Pulls Susie's hands right off the ring.
That's my competition right there.
After 1 event, Joe Mauro and Darrel Gholar tied at 3. Now it's time to hang tough, and Joe's up first. The Brooklyn bad boy. The man who's at home on the rings or in the bakery. If you go to Joey's Fine Cakes and Pastries in the Flatbush section of Brooklyn, New York, you'll find Joseph at the helm.
Well, we bake pastries and cakes and pies and muffins and cookies and brownies and coffee cakes. You name it, we bake.
Joe's the first one to admit that being around all those scrumptious morsels has its downside.
The advantages is you get to taste everything, you know, and you get firsthand on the good stuff, you know. It's hot coming out of the oven. Disadvantages is puts on the weight.
But Joe makes up for his occasional sweet tooth with sheer athletic discipline. The Grand Championship would be the icing on this confident young man's cake.
I have a beautiful apartment. I have a nice car. I have a brand new bike, a motorcycle, and I have a beautiful lady, and that's all I really need.
Don't mess with this man's cookies or his fiancée. Matter of fact, he's been here before.
Let's go back to what happened in the semifinals when Nitro stripped Joe of everything but his dignity.
The BVD commercial.
Joe going against Tower. Again, the contender has 60 seconds to get across this grid of 55 rings, and he must get out of that blue section of rings to earn points.
Mike, I've never seen this apparatus wiggle around and shimmy so much under the weight of one of the Gladiators like it does with Tower up there.
Yeah, I just noticed it. It looks like the ceiling's about to come
Yeah, I thought
down.
maybe we're having an earthquake here in Southern California. Speaking of earthquakes, one's close at hand for Bam Bam. He says, I got to get out of here.
He did a great job of moving across. Now he's got to move forward. Tower in trouble. He's all hung up. Joe's got a breakaway. 19 seconds left on the clock. Bam Bam about to pick up 10 points if he doesn't make a mistake.
Nice and smooth, right down the middle. He's going to have it. One more swing. He's got 5 seconds. He's on there.
Perfect landing. Perfect score for Joe Mauro. So Bam Bam issues a challenge to Darrel Gholar. Top that. All those wrestling workouts have given Darrel a very powerful upper body, but that doesn't necessarily ensure success in this event. Darrel's record in hang tough, well, he's looking for his very first victory.
Pressure's on Darrel. Let's see if he can perform.
He draws Tower just as Joe did.
All constantly concerned about every point because that Eliminator looms off there in the distance.
Tower a little smoother this time around.
Darrel says, can't cut through the rocks here. I'm going to have to go back. Now he's stranded a little bit. Whoop, Tower misses a ring too. Larry Thompson telling them both they've got to move. They've got to go somewhere.
I don't know how long Darrel can hang on. 25 seconds to go. He needs somehow to get a hold of a ring. He is in huge trouble.
Well, he doesn't have that long reach.
Again, the Gladiators not allowed to pull on the Contenders' clothing. Contender goes down. Darrel Gholar
10 seconds
walks
left.
away with no points. And we'll be back with more of the American Gladiators. Our second half finals will continue after this. Mike Adamle and Larry Zonka back with you. Gladiator Arena. We are now set to play Powerball as we look at our Gladiators 3, Gemini, Laser, and Nitro. Set to go at it against Joe Mauro and Darrel Gholar. Darrel trailing by 10 points, 13-3.
Darrel and Joe getting their minds right, formulating a plan, a series of moves.
There's a scoring breakdown for Powerball. And Powerball is brought to you by Nintendo, makers of Super NES. Now you're playing with power, super power.
Mike, all kinds of pressure on Darrel Gholar. He's got to concentrate on this game. I know he's looking forward to that conquer ring, but he's got to score points here, and he does right off the bat.
Fought off a double team by Gemini and Laser. Joe Mauro scores in the outer cylinder. Nitro with a headshot that he gets warned about. Joe again like he did in the semifinals. Darrel Gholar in the center cylinder, that worth 5. Joe again like he did in the semifinals, making far too many moves and tiring himself out. Here goes Gholar again.
Joe, like you said, wasting too much time with the move, just wearing himself out. Darrel says the heck with it. I'm just going for it. And he powers one over Nitro.
This was the kind of point explosion that he needed, and Darrel Gholar wins it. He's back in the hunt.
Gholar needed the points. He knew he had to make his moves. He came out gunning, but Nitro's ready for him. Takes him on, gets a shot right to the Adam's apple. Darrel's got to choke it down and go on.
Powerball, something of a nemesis for Joe Mauro. The reason? Too many moves. He doesn't make any definitive progress towards one of those scoring cylinders, and he wastes a lot of energy.
Darrel, on the other hand, he's going straight into the teeth of the enemy. And believe me, these two fellas have no love for each other. As you can see here, they're going to meet later in the Conquer ring. And this is just a preview of things to come.
Breakthrough and Conquer coming up in 2 events. All right, the women are set to go. Kathy Mollica and Susie Stencil. And they'll take on our Gladiators 3, Zap, Ice, and Storm. Powerball could be the big swing event for Kathy Mollica and Susie Stencil. After Atlasphere, Susie led by 6. After Hang Tough, Kathy led by 4. And here they're set to go in Powerball. The lead could change hands again. See that spin move by Kathy on Zap? Unbelievable. Susie not as aggressive as she normally is, trying for those jump shots, and those never work. There she goes to the bucket. Slams it home. That's the way it's done. Kathy Mollica gets by Ice. You don't see that happen very often. Kathy getting double teamed by Storm and Zap. 15 seconds left to go. Susie tries to throw one in again. And both our contenders running out of gas here. Susie with one last chance. Again, she tries to dump it in. Storm does a nice job of batting that last attempt by Kathy away, and that's it.
Good job by the Gladiators.
Kathy Mollica wins Powerball to take a 22-15 lead after 3 events. Kathy's first move, watch, she was going for that center cylinder, heading for Storm, and then decided, well, I better opt for the spin move against Zap.
Tries that same spin move on Ice. Ice says, baby, I'm not going for it. Then Susie comes back, makes a nice move, gets away, and makes the gold.
We are halfway through our competition in this, the second half finals in our men's competition. Darrel Gholar and Joe Mauro as close can be. Darrel leads 17-16, and Kathy Mollica in the women's competition ahead of Susie Stencil 22-15. Larry, your impressions so far? They've been great.
Tell you what, the ladies are doing pretty much what I had expected, but over in the men's side, Darrel Gholar with that comeback and Powerball, he just scored points left and right. Darrel's going to join us now from the Contenders locker room. Darrel, great job in Powerball.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you what, we talked about it. We know you were concentrating on Powerball, but on the same time, in the same note, I know you've got to be looking forward to the Conqueror Circle.
Right now I am. I need points, and I'm a 2-time national champion, man. I'm about to go out and try to take something.
Very welcome to Point Counterpoint. We've got to give Nitro equal time. He joins us from the Gladiators locker room. We know about your prowess in the Conqueror Circle, how much pride you take in that event, and you'll be going up against a 2-time national Greco-Roman champion. Your thoughts, Nitro, on that?
Mike, I have no fear of anything. I haven't lost in the conquering this year yet. I take intensity to the highest levels at all time against every competitor. I'm happy to go against a champion. It gives me a chance to test my athletic ability.
Okay, Nitro, best of luck. We're looking towards that confrontation between you and Darrel Gholar. But up next, it's Swingshot. And while Nitro cools his heels, no rest for our Lady Gladiators. Diamond, Ice, and Storm are set to go at Kathy Mollica and Susie Stencil in Swingshot. Again, the Contenders' mission is spring towards that center cylinder and try to pick off the red, blue, or yellow scoring balls. Not an easy task going against these 3 Gladiators. And the battle continues. Kathy with the 22-15 lead right now. Susie's first opportunity to go in Swingshot. It was not an event in the second round in the semifinals.
Puts her in a tough position, Mike. Kathy's had some experience at this. She's also in the lead, 22-15.
Gladiators, ready!
Nice. She says no way.
Kathy's got one.
Chipmunk, she sticks it in her jaws and heads back for the tree.
Here comes Susie Storm right on top of her.
Oh, good pickup by Kathy. I thought she had a blue, but instead she picks off a yellow.
Well, Larry, you talked about that experience that Kathy had. Susie, I tell you what, give her another go-around and swing shot and she'll be tough.
Might have a blue. She's got one. Can she keep it? She's got to get it back into that container. She does it.
The blue's worth 3, the yellow's 1. Right now, Kathy with 5 points.
Kathy stealing another 9 seconds to go, and what she's trying to do is open that lead.
Now she's got 8. Susie Stencil's last chance. And that is it.
Kathy trying to open that lead, protect herself in the Eliminator. Not far off.
Indeed she does. With 8 points.
Kathy's parents celebrating, but Kathy could have had even more points if not for a great effort by Storm. Kathy goes back without the blue ball, gathers herself, returns, and despite another great effort by Storm, manages to take the blue ball back and deposit it in the basket.
And a reminder, next week, our American Gladiators Grand Championship. Who will meet Mark Ortega and Kimberly Lentz? We'll find out today. Only a point separates Darrel Gholar and Joseph Mauro. Darrel leads 17-16, and that should all change here in Swingshot. The two men will have to deal with Tower, Gemini, and Nitro.
Both fellas in their practice swings up in the vicinity of the blue ring, making it look like it's a cinch to be a high-scoring round.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Again, the contenders have 60 seconds. Here they go. Yellow ball's worth 1, blue 3, red 5. Both Darrel and Joe get the yellow early on.
But Joe managing to get onto the platform, Darrel having trouble. All 3 gladiators there.
Stay off the cylinder! Turn and go!
It can make a contender's life a little difficult, but both Joe and Darrel get a yellow, so they've got 2 apiece now. Joe's got a 3rd. Gemini gets there late.
Nice save by Nitro. He was right there as Darrel was into the scoring area.
Joe's got another yellow. That's it for that tier of balls. They'll have to go blue if they're going to score any more. 18 seconds left. Joe's got another one.
Nice grab by Joe.
He just pulled himself up the cylinder, Larry.
There he is again. No way. Nitro pushes the cylinder over. Joe bashes it a good one. 3 seconds. And it's all over.
And Joe Mauro wins it 7-2. And after 4 events, he leads 23-19.
Joe with his Tarzan form goes high up. Pendulum's not right where he wants it. He says, hey, I'm going to pull it over here.
Coming up next, breakthrough and conquer in the duel between Darrel Gholar and Nitro. We'll have that as the American Gladiators continues after this. Welcome back. We are now set for breakthrough and conquer. Our women are up first. Zap will be in the conquer ring for the Gladiators. Lace will take care of the breakthrough portion of this event. Kathy Mollica is up first. She has a 15-point lead. The only female member of the Brea, California Fire Department, an aspiring paramedic. She takes her job very seriously, but now her job to get by these 2 gladiators. A chance for a contender to earn 10 points. Does Kathy have the moves, or will Lace bring her down?
She does. Nice takedown by Lace.
Step in and wait for my whistle, please.
Well, these 2 gals are about the same size, Mike.
Ready!
Zap's mighty quick. Let's see what happens. Kathy's got 10 seconds to knock any part of Zap's body out of the ring, and that's exactly what she did in 3 seconds.
She took most of that body out of the ring.
So 5 points for Kathy Mollica.
Remember all those fakes in Powerball? Well, she doesn't use any of that technique. She just muscle zap right out.
Susie Stencil's proposition in Breakthrough and Conquer, quite simple. Score and try to score 10. She trails by 20 points right now, and only 2 events left, the wall and the all-important Eliminator. If the Eliminator was to start right now, Susie would have a 10-second deficit to make up. So obviously she'll have to earn all 10 points here. First, lace in the Breakthrough and then zap in the Conquer ring.
Oh, she looks like she's going to try to take her head on.
Look at that! Whoa! Smoked her, Mikey.
She's tough, Larry, I'll tell you.
Oh, she's determined. Look at the look on her face.
Get up, get up.
5 seconds left.
Almost.
Zap, ducking, dodging, pushing Susie off.
Great job by Zap.
Susie did pick up 5 points, however. She still trails Kathy Mollica, 35-20. Well, the men are set to go. You see Nitro and Laser. Laser will be in the Breakthrough portion of this event. Nitro will man the Conquer ring. First up will be Joe Bam Bam Mauro. Laser's record in Breakthrough, 4-1. He assumes his linebacker stance. Joe hunkered down. He'd love nothing better than to get by Laser.
This kid played high school ball. Too many moves here, though. Laser's going to get a hold of him. Bingo. Down he goes. Off comes the helmet.
That was Joe's big mistake in Powerball. He does it again in Breakthroughs. Too many moves, Mauro.
Yep. Said he could have gone on and played college sports, but he couldn't because he was too distracted by all the pretty girls in college.
Get up, Nitro. Stay up. Stay up.
Nitro among the best of the Gladiators in the Conquer ring. That's his home, he says, and he proves it, shutting out Joe Mauro. Laser and Nitro do the job on Joe. He comes away with no points in Breakthrough and Conquer. And this sets up the big showdown. We'll find out who's the king of the Conquer ring, Nitro or Darrel Gholar. Larry's with Darrel right now.
Darrel, I don't know about you, but I've been waiting several shows that you've appeared in. I've been waiting to see this happen. I know what you're going to do in football, but I got to ask you, what strategy are you going to employ in that Conquer ring?
Hey, I'm about to die trying. That's all I know. God made me funky, and I'm about to show it out. That's all.
Let's have at it.
You gotta love the grit of Darrel Gholar. He's going up against Laser in Breakthrough. Laser has only been beaten once in this portion of this event. Let's see what Darrel can do. He trails Joe Mauro right now, only by 4 points, 23-19.
He's growling. So's Laser.
That's why Laser's so tough. We talked about Darrel's wrestling background. Here's how tough he is. This is when he was a collegiate at the University of Minnesota, 3-time All-Big Ten wrestler. Here he's putting away one of his opponents. He's going to try to do that to Nitro. The only problem here, Larry, he's only got 10 seconds, a different proposition.
Big handicap, but this is a strong cat that knows his way around a wrestling mat. This is good. This is going to be great.
Get up, Nitro. Get up.
He's got him. He's got him. Mano a mano, and Darrel Gholar did it. He said he would. And he has taken the lead, 24-23, by virtue of that win in the Conquer ring against Nitro, who doesn't like it at all.
Nitro not a happy camper at all. Here, Darrel. Well, just true to form. The man knows what he's doing, gets the hold on Nitro and pushes him out.
Nitro's first defeat this season. Welcome back to Gladiator Arena. And the wall awaits our 2 second-half finalists, Joe Mauro and Darrel Gholar. Darrel with that slim 1-point lead after 5 events.
A lot of pressure on Darrel. He's got the Eliminator coming right up, and look who follows him up the wall.
I think Nitro might have bribed one of our judges to get this spot. Joe Mauro 2-0 in this event, successful in both of his previous trips. He draws Gemini, a surprising 6-1 in this event. However, it should be noted that most of his victims were scared off the wall, not pulled off. First man up in 60 seconds or less will earn 10 points.
Well, Nitro obviously still smarting from that defeat in the conquer ring. He would like nothing better, ego-wise, to be able to pull Darrel off that wall.
Joe and Darrel's best wall time identical, 42 seconds, but right now Joe has the slight edge, and Nitro gets revenge.
He didn't climb, he leaped up the wall, grabbed Darrel by the ankle and stripped him off.
You called that, Larry, but Joe's got a free run now. All he has to do is remain mistake-free. Again, this isn't just muscle-defying gravity. There's an intellectual challenge here. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with your hands. Right now, Joe having a difficulty solving that puzzle. 23 seconds remain.
Time's not really critical right now, but he's got to make sure he's got those good handholds. He slips off, it's curtains.
Now he's got it going. Run out of time. 7 seconds.
Now he's down to it. Both hands on one grip. He's not going to make it.
So a golden opportunity goes by the wayside for the golden boy, Bam Bam, Joe Mauro. He makes it to the top, but not before the 60 seconds had expired.
What an effort by Joe. He literally threw himself over the top of the wall, but just not soon enough. Made it up the first 3/4 of the wall without any problem. Then he ran into a snag, ended up with both hands on one handhold, just couldn't make it in time.
Joe mad at himself more than anything else. He saw Darrel fall by the wayside, figured he had an easy 10 points. Now instead he trails by 1 going into the Eliminator. After 5 events in the women's competition, Kathy Mollica with a 15-point lead over Susie Stencil. Susie will be chased up the wall by Lace. Again, our contenders given a 10-second head start. Susie successful in her 2 previous attempts on the wall, so this could be a very big event for her. Kathy Mollica, who practices on a wall back at a gym back home, beat Diamond in the first round, and she gets Diamond again here.
Kathy looking to protect that lead. Susie wanting to cut into it.
Here they go.
Susie has to do it. She's got to close the gap going into that Eliminator. She seems pretty sure of herself. Lace saying no way, she's dead meat. We'll see.
Diamond chasing Kathy, but not a factor at the moment. Kathy Mollica almost lost her grip. Susie Stencil now has the edge. Kathy falls off. This could be a big swing for Susie Stencil.
She's got to make the gamble right here, Mike. Oh!
She's all alone now with 25 seconds left on the clock. All she has to do is remain mistake-free. Can she do it?
Got a hand on it. She's up there, Mike. She's got the 10 points. Got a race.
She just turned a 7.5-second deficit into a 2.5-second deficit in the Eliminator. 10 points for Susie Stencil. And Lois and Jerry Stencil going crazy. They loved it. Susie, talk about coming through in the clutch. You did it, 10 points on the wall. Were you aware that Kathy had fallen off?
Well, you know, I didn't really care. All I knew is I wanted up this wall when I got here.
Well, here's the story right now. You trail by 5 points. That means you'll have only a 2.5-second deficit in the Eliminator.
2.5 seconds ain't nothing. That's a trip.
Name it problema for Susie Stencil. Yeah. That Eliminator final coming up next as the American Gladiators continues. Welcome back to Gladiator Arena, Los Angeles, California. And the moment our contenders have been waiting for is at hand. The Eliminator will decide our second-half winner and who moves on to the Grand Championship. The women are up first, and what a battle it has been. Susie Stencil, by picking up 10 points in the wall, has cut into Kathy Mollica's lead. She now trails by just 5 points, giving Kathy a mere 2.5-second head start. Again, according to our Eliminator scoring format, each point worth a half-second in time. It appears that right now Susie has the momentum, but Kathy has been terrific in the 6 previous events. She's not about to give up. She's with Larry now at the start line. Larry?
Kathy, I've had the pleasure of watching you through several shows all the way back from the preliminaries, and I've noticed one thing about you. You set a certain tempo, a certain flow. That was interrupted on the wall when Susie beat you up. But now it's your turn again. Are you going to be able to regain your composure?
I've regained it. I regained it right after that wall. That wall is passed. I forgot about it. You can't break me. I'm ready to go. I'm a winner.
All right, we'll be watching. Good luck.
Kathy's certainly a confident young woman, but so is Susie Stencil. Kathy's parents are here as well. Don and Carol Mollica, there they are, hoping for the best for their daughter. In the penalty pit below the handbike, Ice and Zap, and on the platform above the final straightaway are two other gladiators. There they are, Lace and Storm. Larry, hard not to like both these women's attitude. Both women are winners. Susie Stencil and Kathy Mollica set to go. The winner goes on to next week's Grand Championship and will face Kimberly Lenz. Also at stake, $10,000 for the winner, $5,000 for the runner-up. Off they go. Kathy with that 2.5-second head start. Here comes Susie Stencil.
Both super competitors. The log could be the difference.
Susie's going to have to really come from behind. She stumbled a bit on the handbike. They're on the cargo net now, Larry. I know you've got them in view.
Kathy maintaining that lead. 2 seconds can turn into a lot.
Again, the women's eliminator record set by Kimberly Lenz. Our first half winner, 60 seconds. Right now, Kathy Mollica is over the first wall. Susie Stencil trying to make up the difference. And it looks like if Kathy can get by that last ball, she'll go on. She's going on to be Kimberly Lenz in the Grand Championship.
Got it, Susie right behind her. All right. Susie, you got your breath? Great effort, gal. Say there's no losers here. We have a runner-up and we have a winner. You've got 5,000 reasons to keep your head high, gal.
You got it. Hey, I did my best.
You're tough, man.
But she's
You
just
had
a
me
little bit
worried.
better.
All right, it was a lot of fun watching it, too. You've got 10,000 reasons to be smiling.
I'm gonna buy me a condo.
Well, it ain't over yet. You know, she was very close to you on the cargo net, but did you feel her presence?
I sure did. I saw her down there. I looked. I saw her coming up. So I just had to go a little faster.
Lightning struck in a hurry. Congratulations, gal, and welcome to the Grand Championship.
I'm so excited. This is great.
Mike, let's see who's going to join him from the men's division.
All right, Larry. Kathy, of course, going on to meet Kimberly Lenz in the Grand Championship next week. To beat Susie Stencil, Kathy had to come up with her best, and she did, setting a women's eliminator time record, 58 seconds. That was terrific stuff. Well, our men's competition has been heated, to say the least, and after 6 tough events, Darrel Gholar leads Joe Mauro by just a point. For what it's worth, our wrestling star will have a half-second head start. But remember, Bam Bam is ultra tough in the eliminator, and I know he's with you, Larry, at the start line.
Bam Bam, this is the first time that you've suffered any kind of deficit down here, and it's only a half-second. Is it throwing you any kind of curve?
I'm not suffering at all. 110%, I'm not gonna feel a half a second. There is no half a second. It's a brand new ball game.
I would say this gentleman's ready to go. We'll enjoy watching. Good luck.
150%.
And what a match it's been between Darrel Gholar and Joe Mauro. The lead has changed hands 4 different times. There's our gladiators on the course, Thunder and Nitro, and on that tower above the final straightaway, Laser and Tower.
You will go on my whistle. You will go on second whistle. Be very quick. Very quick.
Winner takes home $10,000. The runner-up will pocket $5 grand. Darrel Gholar struggling on the treadmill. Making up the difference, however, on the handbike. They're side by side across the cylinders. Neither man wants to lose.
Bam Bam's up there first. He's across. They check his eyes, let him go. There goes Darrel.
2 walls to go, Larry. Who gets up first will tell the tale. Bam Bam flies over. Look at the grit and determination on his face. It's Bam Bam, Joe Mauro. He's going on to the Grand Championship. What a finish by the Brooklyn Baker. Darrel Gholar struggled on the cargo net, faltered on the first wall a bit, and those two little mistakes were the big difference. Joe will meet Mark Ortega, and he gets congratulations from his girlfriend, Melissa. Darrel Gholar, he is devastated.
Darrel, congratulations. There are no losers down here. You ran a great race. Hold your head up high. You've been a competitor all day long, and you picked up $5,000 being our runner-up.
Thanks. What can I say?
You say it was almost what you wanted. I know how you feel. I've been there.
Yeah, it was almost what I wanted.
All right, man. Good job. Bam Bam, you said you had your mind on it. You did.
Oh, I knew he was going to be the toughest one, but I was focused. Half a second doesn't mean a thing.
Yeah, it was real close. Going up that cargo net, it was head-to-head there for a while. Then you looked like you had a little jolt of electricity.
I don't like to lose, and it's tough. I knew it, but I was going to give it everything I had.
You did, and it was enough. Welcome to our grand championship and $10,000, my friend.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yes!
We'll be back for more celebration right after this. Mike?
Larry, once again, the finals have brought the best out in our contenders. Joe Mauro broke his second half eliminator record. This time he did it in 42 seconds. His fiancée, Melissa, gives him that big hug. Congratulations, Bam Bam. And congratulations, too, to our runners-up, Darrel Gholar and Susie Stencil. We'll be back with our closing ceremonies as the American Gladiators continues after this. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our 4 second-half finalists. First, the runners-up. Our women's runner-up from La Palma, California, Susie Stencil. And our men's runner-up from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Darrel Gholar. And now our second half winners, moving on to the American Gladiators Grand Championship next week. The women's second half winner from Costa Mesa, California, Kathy Mollica. And our men's second half winner from Brooklyn, New York, Joe Bam Bam Mauro. And next week, be sure to join us for our grand championship. Mark Ortega versus Joe Mauro, Kimberly Lentz versus Kathy Mollica. For Larry Zonka, I'm Mike Adamley saying so long from Gladiator Arena.